Blade. Ready to die.
I was born ready, motherfucker.
Of the blood was sent, unleash the beast within.
Bonjour, bloodsuckers, and welcome to Zero to Zero, the podcast currently about Blade Trinity. Last week it was about Fantastic Four, Fantorstic. I'm Val Flight Cub, and I'm sorry if I'm random. I had a lot of sugar today.
I'm Sam, and this is going to be the only contribution I have this episode. I'm going to bring in my stand-in after this.
Hi, I'm Giga, and they straightened my hair and took my eyes.
No.
And also, Val, I don't know if bonjour would be a proper introduction. We don't know what time it is for our listeners.
Yes, we do.
Is it time related?
Bonjour is used for the daytime.
Bonsoir
is for
I
the
have
evening.
it set that people can only listen to the podcast in the daytime. Okay, let's move on.
Bonsoir. You're listening to the daytime podcast about Blade Trinity.
I hope we win the daytime potty.
Me too. The potty? The triple potty?
The triple potty?
That we can all share together?
I hope we all go to the daytime potty.
So, do you think... I don't think we discussed this. Do you think that the triple potty, the triple toilet, is like each an individual bowl and cistern, or do you think it's like a trough situation?
In my mind, it was a trough.
Okay, so it's like, it's a seat, it's one seat that is divided into three holes.
I don't understand why you're asking. We were on it. You don't have to ask what it was shaped like.
Oh, I can't look down because I'm sitting on it.
No, I think we taped Giga to it while they were asleep, because they were thrashing around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I love
and
that.
we did take their eyes and straighten their hair, that's right.
Yeah. I don't like that you did that to me, but we're still friends.
Oh, we got you that diamond.
Saves
though.
you from having to watch the movies.
You got us that diamond.
Every incidental actor in this movie.
Yeah.
Just the squad in Blade 2 got a better treatment than these guys.
They literally did. The squad in Blade 2 had more to do.
They got to die in the third act.
Like Patton Oswalt basically got Ryan Reynolds says you have no bitches, and then you die. Off screen.
But they did actually do something very nice for Patton, which was they depicted him being very good at basketball.
They did.
Yeah, that was dope, and I love that.
You have time to practice basketball when you have no bitches.
And when you're not fucking, and I don't know. Hey girl, you want to come back to my McBarge?
Well, isn't that what the professional basketball thing is called? The No Bitches Association?
Well, I don't know. He said that he had sex with many women. Ladies, even.
He did say that.
He said he's had sex many times with ladies.
With ladies. Okay.
There's a distinction, You could have sex 8 times, but only 2 women.
That's true.
The normal amount of times to have had sex in your life.
I don't know if the math
8.
adds up on that one.
8. It doesn't matter when. Like, you can have
fictional.
all 8 right before you die, but you have to have 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
This movie is from 2004.
Okay.
Yeah?
There are a lot of gay jokes in it, huh?
It's not good.
Yeah.
They don't...
Also, I don't know if you got... Okay, so we discussed very briefly how long into the movie are we watching situation in the host chat, and we discovered that this week I have actually watched the same version that Giga watched, and not the version that Sam watched.
I wanted to ask, did you watch it in a different place?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
It didn't, switch halfway through. No, yeah. Last week 2 weeks ago I was watching it, I don't remember where, and this week I was watching it on Tubi, which I don't really recommend, because they kept having to get fucking ads in the middle of it.
Well, if you have an ad blocker, I use uBlock Origin, and that goes through Tubi's.
Wait a minute, I have AdBlocker Plus. What the heck?
Yeah, but AdBlock Plus doesn't do it. uBlock does.
Yeah. Rip. Tubi thinks that I don't have a job because all the ads were for being a dasher, being a DoorDash person. I was like,
That's funny. YouTube thinks that I do have a job as a foot surgeon because all the ads that I see are for a foot surgeon game.
I get a lot of
that's
ads.
what foot surgeons do to wind down after
YouTube
they
thinks that I
do
have a
foot
job as a
surgery.
horny anime fan.
Yeah.
YouTube thinks that I don't have state-provided healthcare, which is correct.
Twitter sometimes thinks that I should get New York public health insurance.
Hey, what did everyone think of the movie this week?
I didn't like it.
I wasn't into it. Oh, the other thing that I get a lot of ads for is the apartment complex that I live in.
Have you ever thought about getting a second apartment?
People in your
now that you
locality
mention it.
love it.
They are resort style.
There is a 100% correlation between people who are in the location that you are and people who decide to rent.
It's very funny.
apartments
There's
from that.
my apartment complex has like 5 hot tubs. There's like a hot tub in basically every sort of section of the neighborhood. I've never seen a single person in them.
Do they have pools?
Yes, we have a big pool.
One
we
pool
have
and
2
5
pools.
hot tubs.
We have 2 pools and a tennis court. And like the amenities of this complex are really good. We have like a gym.
And again,
but
what's
they're all really
the number of
underused
it
because
and the street name of it?
So that would be but like
Message
no
me
one
off
ever
here.
uses them.
Damn it.
Like I never see anyone in the laundromats. It's because we're in like I live in Orange County. It's like a suburban sort of well off.
Beverly Hills.
This is like the cheapest apartment I could find
where
though.
I want to be.
Not even close.
Wow, wow.
Different.
Gigas in Beverly
I'm not.
Hills.
I'm not. And I think I would like being in Beverly Hills slightly more than being in Orange County. It's not good. Don't come here. It's just old people.
We just have 5 hot tubs and 2 pools and a tennis court.
We do have Aldi though, and I do like Aldi.
And Aldi.
But
Big
this
deal.
You're
the
I
Aldi
selling
is
hot
always
dogs
I don't know if you
yesterday.
realize that.
the Aldi is always full of old people. The Aldi and the Costco, which are my 2 favorite places to go. Aldi
Yes.
because the groceries are cheap. Costco because I can get a hot dog and a slice of pizza for less than the cost of a gallon of gas.
Yes. Yes.
And
Shout out to the Costco CEO who will kill anyone who makes the price higher than $1.50.
it's a loss leader. It's great.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about the movie, though?
Here's the
I don't
thing.
want to talk about it.
I actually
Well,
got
we're fucking going to.
So
Our first episode on Blade Trinity was like 45 minutes long.
I know.
God.
I'm trying to extend this one out with banter.
watching this one, we talked before about how Wesley Snipes was not feeling it. I got the impression from the script even that this movie was made by someone who didn't like the other Blade movies.
This is like a dispassionately created movie. It's really weird.
It sucks.
I fell asleep twice watching this.
This is the Elektra.
Except the guy who wrote the
to
movie
Blade's
wrote
Daredevil.
the first 2 movies.
What
Yeah,
the-
but
then what the
the
fuck?
difference is he also directed it. Can you remember another movie where the first one was good and then the person that well, that's actually the reverse situation. In Wonder Woman 1984, the opposite happened where the lady who directed the first movie was brought on to write and to direct the second movie, and it was bad.
Yeah. Sometimes
So-
people are better at one thing and not the other.
Yeah, maybe don't make
That's
people
okay.
wear too many hats is all I'm saying.
I was looking into because I had never heard Patton Oswalt talk about this movie, so I was just looking into what he said about it. And from the sound of it, Dracula wasn't in it at first.
What?
They just felt like there was not enough going on, so they put Dracula in it.
There's, I can definitely picture in my mind a PS1 demo disc where Patton Oswalt is talking about this movie on an interview segment for some reason. And
Sorry,
it's
they
playing,
didn't What's in the movie besides
So
Dracula?
I assume that the original premise was Danica Talos has become the new vampire queen of the world, and she has implemented, and I hate to say this, but they said it twice, the vampire final solution.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to ask Sam, as a Jewish man, how do you feel about the vampire Shoah
I didn't quite care for it. I don't feel like they necessarily needed to bring that into this movie.
They didn't need to evoke... Like, they've evoked the Nazi-ish nature of vampires in previous movies.
Sure.
This is a distinctly non-Nazi-ish vampire that we're dealing with. Dracula is...
Pre-Nazi.
I mean, I guess he's kind of... Like, he's a master race kind of dude. Like, he's, like, the ultimate vampire. But he's not terribly evocative of Nazism. He's just kind of a fucking freak. I hate Dracula, by the way. He sucks.
In this or generally?
No, not generally. Just in this.
Yes, he does. That's his whole thing.
Yes, I pun not intended. He's just like, what's his, like, the vampire, it completely abandons, like, with very little pretext. And, like, I can see, like, this isn't something that's bad on its face, as many plot points are. Like, there's, you can do weird shit. You can, like, go against previous directions in a thing. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to them changing the nature of vampires in this world for, like, a singular entity, like Dracula. But he, unfortunately, the contextual elements that go into creating something like that simply aren't there here. And so he just feels weird, out of place, and...
Right, because...
I'm not going to say overpowered, because that's dumb, but he's just, like, there's no sort of, like, there's no preamble to how powerful or weird or singular he is. They're just like, no, he was perfect, and that means that he can transform into other people and walk in the day.
The plot of the movie feels fundamentally backwards, because Danica is the main villain.
Mm-hmm.
Her evil plan is, we'll talk about it obviously in more detail, but it's the human farming thing that they get into.
Yeah.
And then the Dracula stuff is just, also, she resurrects Dracula from vampires to be the heavy.
Yep.
But she also has Triple H already.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like, why are we really doing Dracula? Why is Triple H there if you've also got Dracula? Why didn't we cut Triple H?
For this
Triple
part
H
of the
could have
movie,
been Dracula.
For this part of the movie, at least in our cut, Danica and Triple H are simply just not there. Let's do the summary.
Yeah.
I will say, too, like, the fact that the plot of the first two movies was... vampire society is trying to get Blade so that they can become daywalkers, or are trying to do something to become daywalkers. I guess the second one, they weren't trying to get Blade, they were just trying to become daywalkers. And then this one, they're like, I guess technically also trying to become daywalkers, but it's like...
Right, which also feels completely detached from the human farming thing.
Yeah, I feel
it's
like...
just like, also, Dracula's gonna make us all daywalkers.
There's this overarching plot point that I just feel isn't there enough. Like, it's not enough of a...
You know what it is?
This movie makes the previous two movies worse by existing.
You know what it is? Blade had internal conflict in the other two movies. He was reckoning with his own humanity and his own vampirism. He was reckoning with, can he trust other people outside of Whistler in the second movie, and his own, stuff. And this one, he's just like... He's standing there, technically.
Man, remember
He
Blade
does
1?
have internal conflict in this. He has this whole struggle of, like, who am I? Am I Wesley Snipes, or am I Wesley Snipes stand-in?
remember how good the first movie was?
Yes!
I do remember that.
That was nice.
Hey, remember Whistler?
Do you mean Dracula? Let's get into the summary.
Yeah, alright. Where we left off, we had just heard Ryan Reynolds say, I used to be a vampire. That's why I have a familiar mark on me.
Yeah, I got to see his pubes again because I wasn't sure where we left off.
Me too.
Yay.
Danica is pissed the heck off. She is sitting on the table, on the boardroom table, like an executive would do, and screeching and being annoyed, while Triple H pulls an arrow out of his eye.
Much like Elon Musk is at Twitter HQ right now.
I do imagine that Elon Musk kicks someone in the face.
God, yeah.
That was so funny.
She's pissed off, and she's just kicking people and screaming and punching. Triple H, slapstick style, pulls the arrow out of his eye, and says some cool words.
Yeah.
Basically, they're like, gosh, we really got really got destroyed in that fight. We're such losers. And then we go to the hideout where Ryan Reynolds says the stuff that he said in that fan fiction the other week.
So now you know where I was at with that.
Yeah. Yes. So, wait, so I wasn't watching your version then, because I just watched...
You weren't watching my version then. I think I watched slightly ahead.
Yeah, you were already...
Yeah,
that was what it was.
But you're watching
different.
on a different site this week, right?
Yes.
So, that makes sense. You were watching Sam's version last week, and you're watching my version now.
Yes. I forgot that you had seen this... You're basically watching this scene twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway, sorry. Ryan Reynolds...
Thank God. It's so good.
He says, I love to hook up with chicks who have all the red flags, and one of them was Danica, and she has teeth, she has vampire fangs in her vagina, and I played hide and go suck with her for 5 years as her personal vampire cabana boy, or as they said in the fanfiction, cabana boy. He explains to Blade that Dracula, aka Drake, aka Dagon.
Dagon. He's Dagon for whatever reason. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, they called him a few things. He was the first vampire. He was perfect. He has no genetic mutations or anything like that.
Famously, things that make you worse. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we all want to be synapsids, right? We all want to be just kind of like half reptile, weird creatures.
Evolution.
With a face that's 5 miles long and we can't see.
So then we see that Dracula is out. He's out and about. He's walking down the street.
Good for
he comes
him.
across a goth store, a Hot Topic, perhaps.
It's more of a vampire paraphernalia store.
It is. He sees some vampire bobbleheads, and he goes in, and he sees the shopkeep there who's eating Count Chocula, and decides to just throw him out the window and eat the girl that's in there. So there he does that. Back at the Honeycomb hideout again, Blade is now learning about how they plan to take down all the vampires, because you kill them, but there's just more every year.
Damn, yeah.
They're not making a big enough dent, so they're going to make a bioweapon. It turns out that Natasha Lyonne is wearing sunglasses because she's blind, not just because she's cool.
Twist.
Monkey's Paw, Patton Oswalt is talking, and the dialogue they have for him, not very good. He is the armorist for the gang, and basically whatever weapons you want to fucking have sex with, we got them here.
Yeah, I want to fuck these guns!
Yes.
Oh yeah. So they mount up, they get in the car, they're ready to hunt some vampires. Abby Whistler's in the back making playlists of MP3s because she likes to listen to music while she's
What the fuck is this movie?
It's her thing.
It's her thing. Like darkcore and trip hop.
Yeah, her things are making playlists and having sexy dad showers.
Yep.
Well,
Don't say it like that. But they start fighting. They're fighting, and it's not fun. That's not interesting at all. But they find...
This is the first point I fell asleep watching the movie.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
They're in a parking garage, and they're at the top floor of the parking garage, and they have dropped a familiar off the ledge or whatever, and he's hanging, and then they yank him back up, and Blade says, who you work for? And he's like, I don't know! And then a phone rings. And
I
Blade's
forgot.
Like, I forgot. Yeah, they didn't tell me.
I forgot.
He says, I forgot, and then a phone rings, and Blade looks at Abby, it's not her, looks at Ryan Reynolds, it's not him, and he goes, oh, it's you, and grabs the cell phone and hears Dr. E. Vance.
From
the guy that the guy that we already knew was a familiar.
Dr. E. Vance till
E. Vance on my
all right, let's
doctor. Okay. There's
Vance on my doctor till we become more familiar.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Yes!
This is what we're gonna miss.
I know, my God.
I mean, I'll still be making all of my jokes. I'll just be making.
You'll
them
just be
at
making
my,
them like at this time every day.
at my
You'll
phone
just kind
while
of
I
start
listen to the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
I just thought you'll while we're recording, you'll start making the jokes, and you don't know why.
You should.
I'll email my jokes to you.
You should do like what I did with Jerkin It, where I just became a $10 patron so that I could message you guys while you're recording, so you could read out
become
my
a $10
jokes.
patron of our podcast.
I'd be pretty fucking pissed off if you made a Patreon the moment I left.
non-monetary podcast. Oh, thank God! Yeah, we don't have to pay the new one.
Yeah, they're contracted employees.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my God,
They should be so lucky, really.
the summary. So, Ryan Reynolds says, Blade, you should have a better personality, and also you should blink. Sorry, I ate a lot of sugar today. So they go to Dr. Vance's office, but it's actually Dracula who has eaten Dr. Vance and shapeshifted into him, which you probably could have guessed if you saw his completely open shirt and several necklaces.
Yeah, he's looking a little too sexy in this scene.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Dr. Vance, from the neck down, you look exactly like Dracula. Interesting. They go to fight him, but he stabs Hannibal.
Yay!
and runs out. So there's a long chase sequence ensues that involves Blade running through things and jumping and whatever. They go in an apartment complex, and Dracula runs through an apartment, grabs a baby, and runs out the window.
The baby snatching was very good.
The only good acting in the whole movie was the woman being like, "He stole my baby! Ah!
Dracula stole my baby!
Dracula stole my baby! Ah!"
Woman be like,
Sorry, I'm
Dracula
talking too
stole
much.
my baby.
They get up onto the roof, and it's sunlight out. And Blade says, "How can you be on the roof?" And Dracula says, "I'm a daywalker too."
That was an audience. We had seen this before. He'd just been walking around.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about it, though.
He'd been done walking around.
Also,
It's
I'm
like-
sorry, Blade. You didn't need to ask that. Like, what
I'm
else
the kind
would
of
the
guy
answer
that
be?
can do that.
Sorry.
Me
Sorry.
do
I'll shut
this.
up.
Me Dracula.
So Dracula says, "LOL, catch," and throws the baby. Blade runs to catch, he does a backflip to catch the baby.
Thank you.
And then he says, "Gucci goo."
Does he actually say that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was also falling
You were
asleep.
asleep.
He does it in the sick Blade voice. It's awesome.
I wish he would say
Abby's-
that to me. I wish Blade would cradle me at his breast and say Gucci goo.
Gucci goo.
What? Well, I can't want that.
This
I
is
can't
why
want
we
that for
won't
me.
miss you, Sam.
This is. I didn't come here to be kink shamed.
Oh boy. So Abby thinks about that scene.
Oh,
from
Mr.
the
Adult
first-
Baby himself.
Okay, that is not an accurate representation of what you're talking about.
Sam
That's true,
did a
it'd be much
dramatic
worse.
reenactment of someone else's script.
I voice an adult baby in an internet radio play.
Yes.
But you're
Yes.
platforming adult babyhood.
Okay, we can debate that later. Abby takes a shower and thinks about that scene from the first movie where from the first Blade, where Whistler is talking about the vampire that killed his family, and then there's an ADR line of Whistler also saying, "I didn't want that life for you, Abby."
Gotta say, uncomfortably sensual.
Yeah,
Given the subject matter.
they had her like sitting on the floor, so you can't see anything, and it's not even like, oh, we might pan down and you might see her boob, but it is still. It's like, why is she in the shower though?
On the McBarge.
On the McBarge, yes.
Multiple extreme close-ups on her feet also.
Oh yeah.
Something for the fellas.
Something for Quentin.
Something for Quentin. So Natasha Lyonne's child asks Blade why he needs the serum. And he says, well, there's a bad thing in me, and it keeps me from being bad. And she says, why don't you just be nice? And he says, the world isn't nice. So, think about that. Jot that down.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah. And the team has a lead. So they go in the middle of the night to somewhere where the police chief is and another person. And they're like, tell us what's going on in this facility we're outside of. And the woman is like, no. And they kill her and she explodes. And then they go to the police chief and they say, tell us what's going on in there. And he says, I can't tell you what they're doing. They'll kill me. And then Wesley Snipes, to remind us of what Blade was like, but not actually do the thing that Blade is, says, kill you. Motherfucker, I'll kill you. But he doesn't He doesn't
I miss
do
him
it.
so fucking much, dude.
Yeah. Anyway,
That was so far, in my opinion, the closest thing to like a good Blade line in the whole movie.
it was, but the delivery was not the, what the fuck are you out of your goddamn mind? Or whatever, however he did that in the first movie.
Yeah, he would always go really high falsetto.
Mm-hmm.
He would say,
Some motherfuckers always try to ice skate uphill.
there's worse things out there in the night.
He got really small too. Yeah, he looked like
That's right.
he looked like that.
2 inches tall. So
Yeah,
they go
he became our knife emoji.
I love Knife.
join the Discord.
I miss him so much. I want him
Join
back.
the Discord to see Giga's drawing of a tiny blade.
Yes.
Called
They
Knife.
go inside.
I think Knife
turns
is on
out,
our Twitter too.
It better be.
perhaps he can be if we remember to log back in.
For $8 a month.
Yeah, pay us to log back into Twitter.
They go inside. It's a blood farming facility. So, like how in the Matrix, the people are being used as batteries. It's like that, but it's it's just homeless people that they've stolen off the street to make them have blood.
I don't
And they're-
believe that this is shocking. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, it's, if you have empathy for human beings, it's shocking.
No, but like, how is this not? How have they not done this before? Whatever.
Anyway, Blade says, "Thank you for showing us this. Goodbye," and kills the chief and then runs away.
Mm-hmm.
He also has them shut down the facility, which does kill the people.
Which, I mean, they were already in medically induced comas. They weren't coming back.
It's
Yeah.
rock in a hard place. Back at HQ, Patton Oswalt is hooping, and he is getting swishes on the guy that has that supplied the cars, whose name I do not remember.
Dex.
Dex. And
Dex.
Whistler, the old Whistler, is on the balcony. Just kidding. Obviously, it's the shapeshifter we just learned about.
Oh.
He goes to the little hospital bed that they've set up for Hannibal King, aka Reynolds, and he chokes him out. And then, Patton and the other guy are also dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Uh-oh. Summerfield, aka Natasha Lyonne, is hanging out with her kid, and the kid is like, "Hey, the lights are flickering." And she's like, "Okay, go do the thing we talked about, where you hide in the vent. Because there's someone on the barge, on the McBarge."
On the McBarge, yeah.
So she scopes out, there's this very scary scene of, she doesn't see that she's walking past pools of blood, and Patton Oswalt dead on the ground, and et cetera, et cetera. And she finally comes across Drake, and you hear her Summerfield scream echoes, just like Howard's did.
Yeah, Howard. Yeah.
All right.
Except she's not, unlike Howard, she's not okay.
She's not, yeah.
But I also don't care about her as much.
We actually got
We care so much more about Howard from the 3 seconds that we saw him mopping.
the janitor from the Justice League. Yeah, Snyder.
Well, I like Natasha Lyonne, but they took away her hair.
Yeah. And they also gave her lines that are like science mumbo jumbo, who cares?
Yeah.
The daughter is in the vent, but as Draki reach with him Longfing and gets her.
I watched this movie to get away from Reed Richards.
I know! This is why we did this.
This is why we did this. He hasn't done that yet in Fant Four Stick. I can't believe I want to watch Fant Four Stick more than this movie.
I know. Ugh. So Blade and Abby return to the McBarge, and they notice all of the wreckage, and they see that Hannibal King is gone. He's not like dead in his bed, he's just gone, so who knows what will happen in Act 3. They're creeping around. Abby is very scared, even though she's been hunting vampires for years. She's like, "Oh, it's dark." And then,
What if there's a vampire?
What if there's a vampire? And then Blade comes across something he knows is going to be bad, so he's like, "Abby, why don't you look at this?" And she...
Yeah, I don't.
He's like,
I'm
"You
not feeling
care
that.
about these people a lot more than me. I think you should be the one to discover this dead body." And there's some plastic sheeting.
Well, he went to go be in his trailer and smoke weed.
Mm-hmm.
He did go to be in his trailer. Yeah, get away from these crackers.
Which, to be fair.
There's some plastic sheets hanging, and written in blood, it says, "Immortality will come to such as are fit for it." And behind those curtains is Summerfield, who has been bitten in the neck and is dead and is hanging by her hands that are like tied up on the thing. So Abby screams. Why put two screams in the movie if one of them's really bad and one of them is fine?
Who fucking knows?
She, has a scream of anguish as she discovers her dead friend. She pulls her down and she's like holding her and crying, and Blade says, "Use it."
Well, I mean, she was crucified and now she's on the ground. It's a pietà moment.
Use
it.
So I assume what he meant by use it was like use
your
anger.
Yeah, he's said that before. He's all about manifesting that passion into something constructive, or in this case, the destructive vampire.
Yeah, is he or is that eating him apart? Is that something he has an internal conflict with? No.
I have a question. Also, that's where we stopped for this week.
That's where we stopped.
Did either of you think that Summerfield was alive?
I did. Yeah, she looked alive.
I thought that what was happening is that he was saying, use it, your weapon, kill her before she turns.
Oh, okay.
Oh. See, that would be
and she's just like crying and screaming and holding Summerfield, and Blade goes, use it. Use it. And
I don't know if I would read that just because it would be weird. I would think that was a weird moment if she was alive and she had to be killed. Otherwise,
but that's what fucking happened to Whistler in the first
exactly. I would say you have to I think he would say you have to kill her.
Yeah, do it.
She's gonna turn. I don't think they would be ambiguous about that.
Yeah, that's true. I was confused, and it also said immortality will come such as are fit for it. So I was like, oh, he's decided that she with her big smart brain is fit for vampirism.
But unfortunately, no, she is unfit because she blind, I guess.
Right. Apparently all that this was saying he took his time with her and tortured her and then killed her.
Maybe he is a Nazi.
Ugh.
Yucky. So it's not good. It was great as you summarized it to see what I had that you didn't have.
Yeah, what did you have? What's missing?
Well, off the top of my head, and we'll get them all for sure as we go, but you didn't get the scene where Abigail, as Blade chases Dracula, Abigail treats Hannibal's wound.
Oh, we got 10 seconds of that, of him being like, "We're gonna lose, look at that guy!"
Oh, did you get his joke?
No.
So he's freaking out. He's like, there's no way we can beat him. He's way too strong. She pulls the stake out of his chest that Dracula shoved in him. Mm-hmm. And she pulls out this little gun injector thing.
Yep.
And
she does fill him with foam.
And he says, "What is that?" Oh, so you did have this.
Well, what does he say? Because I don't remember the joke.
Well, because he says, "Oh God, what is that?" She says it's elastic protein, and she basically fills his chest hole with Cheez Whiz. Pretty much is what it looks like.
That expanding insulation foam.
Mm-hmm.
But as that's happening, in order to take his mind off the pain, he tells a joke. Did you get the joke?
I don't think we
just had
the
an
joke.
echoing
You didn't
scream.
have the joke. Okay,
another scream.
So he goes,
"What did one lesbian vampire say to the other?
I would have remembered this.
See you in 28 days."
What is that?
So I had to ask Lauren if she could explain this.
Really?
Because I am a heterosexual man.
Really?
I don't get this one.
Okay.
She sip period.
Oh, okay. It's a period joke.
Did you really have to ask Lauren for that?
Here's the thing. So I'll just tell you, first of all, I heard 28 days and wasn't sure if it was a reference to 28 Days Later. Which
I'm gonna say,
don't know when it came out.
As someone who doesn't menstruate, I just don't think about it that much.
I don't associate the number 28 with anything in particular, except for 28 Days Later.
Okay. That's fine. That's fair. I mean, the 28 days thing was the tip-off to me. I mean, it's the thing that's supposed to tell you the joke. So if you don't have that association, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's others. We'll get them as
there's
we
a
get
baby making sounds outside. I'm going to close my window.
There's baby making sounds.
What?
Giga said there's baby making sounds outside their window. Somebody is using the hot tub, am I right?
Oh my God. I want to talk about the very first scene that we watched this time,
Yeah.
in which Danica is raging about Hannibal King at Danica HQ, and Triple H pulls the arrow out of his eye.
Yes, he does.
Why did he wear the arrow home?
Why did he sit down at the boardroom table and then pull the thing out?
He didn't, like, get shot in the eye and immediately pull the arrow out. He, like, got shot in the eye and was like, all right, well, let's get going.
Sat in the car ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Dripping onto the
on.
seat. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we also meet the Pomeranian.
I do like this Pomeranian. He's cute.
Oh, true. Yep.
I wonder if that Pomeranian's a vampire.
We also see Danica's brother, Asher, who matters later.
And Ryan Reynolds, or Abby, or whichever one of them, does tell Blade about that. That Danica and her brother are blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh... He says some stupid, some misogynist thing to Danica.
Yeah, they make, like, rape jokes and gay jokes.
It's awful. This movie
Yes.
sucks.
2004.
Yes.
And then Dracula walks in and he basically says, it's time for me to be a part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
What does he say? He says, like, it's time for me to join the game or something like that.
Dracula time, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, he just walks out and says, Dracula time.
Uh-huh. Which he should. He should.
I wish he had just said Dracula time.
Me too.
Sounds like it's Dracula time.
Yes. The thing that, well, I don't remember why I started that sentence.
The thing that,
No, I remember how I
Hannibal-
started it. I don't remember why.
Hannibal says that she has fangs in her vagina instead. The way he says it is her fangs are in her vagina.
Yep.
But we know she has normal fangs also. So
well,
I don't know
think
if
she
he's-
actually literally has fangs in your vagina.
I
think
really
he
don't
was
know
just
if
being
we're
like
supposed to
that.
take that literally.
I don't know.
No, I do not
though.
think we're supposed to take that literally. I think that he's like, she's a woman, she stole my seed.
Oh.
That's not
What
nice.
year
My
did
bitch
Teeth come out?
ex-wife.
What's that?
Oh,
the
Teeth came out
movie?
in 2007, so it wasn't that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, based on a scene from Blade.
Exactly.
based on the slime
Vagina
from Blade.
Dentata had not re-entered the public consciousness yet.
Is that an old folktale concept or something?
Yes.
Yep.
It was like a Middle Ages thing. You
Well,
know,
hey, there's something I didn't know. So.
as many folktales there are to perpetuate misogyny.
When you get to be middle-aged, you grow vagina teeth. Yeah, he says hide and go suck. He says that Abigail rescued him and Summerfield cured him. I love that we are now learning there really are just, like, multiple people who have independently cured vampirism in this universe.
Yeah, it's fully just like Elle Woods style. What? Like, it's hard?
Then, like, this... They literally could have just had her go, like... I think you know my old coworker Karen or something like that, because she's like talking about like her medical research. Like, why can't she just say like, oh yeah, I'm a friend of Karen?
I mean,
Maybe
I'm a friend of
Karen's
Karen.
method is
I mean,
very...
that would. I don't know. Given this movie, I would assume that that's some sort of gay joke.
He has a friend of Karen, like a euphemism for you're
No,
white.
the Karen moment was way after this.
No, I'm saying
No, but
like,
friend of female name sounds like
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean maybe Karen. No, they could
No,
have
she
had
doesn't
it.
exist anymore.
They could have had
Karen
it.
is gracefully absent from this movie.
Good for her. Did you like when Hannibal says, "Take a look at this," and he hands Blade a Dracula comic book?
I didn't.
And Wesley Snipes just goes, "You gotta be kidding me." And I say Wesley Snipes because I assume that this was unscripted, out of character.
I'm just like, this fucking
sucks.
clown ass movie. What the fuck? Why is Dracula comic book?
Yeah, like if you're gonna like this is why this is another thing that made me feel like the movie was made by somebody who didn't like Blade.
This made me feel like I was fucking ceasing to exist.
I would really love to hear like an in-depth like investigation into what actually happened, because
Yeah, I would read a book about the making of this movie.
by all accounts it was a very troubled production. There was a lot of like changes of director and stuff. Like Goyer was not supposed to direct it at any
my
point,
gosh.
and then he just kind of had to.
Yeah, I
But,
don't envy
I don't
him.
know where all the difficulties like started. Here's another one while we're talking about this. Because I think I read on Wikipedia before we watched the movie the part where it said like Wesley Snipes allegedly accused director David S. Goyer of racism and physically attacked him on set.
Oh my god.
So according to Patton Oswalt, the story of that was that when they did their, like, McBarge scenes, which I'm sure is what it said in the script.
We should, real quickly, we've said McBarge a lot. I don't think we talked about the McBarge on the podcast, so if anyone's not in the Discord, let me explain real quick.
Oh, we did.
Many scenes, the Honeycomb Hideout is shot on what is known as the McBarge. It is a barge that was produced for, like, some kind of World's Fair as a floating McDonald's. It has since then been passed around from owner to owner and never used for anything. It was once, proposed to be used as a homeless shelter to alleviate Vancouver's homelessness problem. But the owner was like, no.
No, I want to make Blade 3 with it.
And so it's just kind of sat in portage.
I'm going to give it to the Night Stalkers.
Yeah, for forever. But it's very funny that it's the McBarge, so... That's what we're referring to when we say the McBarge.
Yeah.
It's their headquarters.
Which their headquarters are not on the water.
They are.
Anyway. Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't
They're at a dock. That. Anyway, so whenever we're at the headquarters, the like non-main character Night Stalkers are wearing whatever the hell. You know, we talked about Hedges. Patton Oswalt is wearing a Fantastic Four shirt. He said in an interview that those characters, they all got to pick their own clothes.
Okay.
So that's clearly just a Fantastic Four shirt that he has, or had. This was forever ago.
And the sweater
the actor
vest he's wearing.
The actor who played Dex, who is black, was wearing a shirt for a band that he likes, which was the band Garbage.
Okay.
And Wesley Snipes walked onto set, probably after smoking weed for 6 hours in his trailer, and he sees this actor in a shirt that says Garbage, and he goes up to David S. Goyer and says, why the fuck is the only black guy in this scene wearing a Garbage shirt? And according to Patton Oswalt, he tried to strangle David Goyer.
Oh my
god.
And I think he said that from then on, he would refuse to talk to anyone and would only communicate via Post-it notes that were all signed from Blade.
What? How are his Post-it notes in character, but not his on-screen presence?
Oh my lord.
Very good question. So yeah, what? I don't know. Like, I don't want to just say that it's all Wesley Snipes' fault.
Sure.
Because, like, I don't know what...
I mean, from all accounts, he was definitely being a diva on the set.
Absolutely, but I don't know is what prompted it, because he wasn't. It doesn't sound like he was like that on the first two movies.
No,
so I don't know if like something was going on, or I don't know. But
obviously, I don't think anyone wanted the movie to be like this.
No, I don't think so.
Do you two know about the famous "we'll fix it in post" thing that happens in this movie? Because we haven't seen it yet.
I've heard it alluded to many, many times.
I do not.
Okay, I don't want to. I want you to see if
you
can.
We'll get it eventually.
Okay,
but
we'll talk about it when it comes around.
I want to say one more thing on this topic, which is all of the horrendous Hannibal quipping.
I hate it
because according to Patton Oswalt, the experience of filming these scenes, they're doing the shot reverse shot with Blade. Basically, if you're not looking at Blade's face, that's not Wesley
Blade.
Snipes.
Amazing.
So he said that they were filming all of these scenes of dialogue where Hannibal would be like quipping, and then it cuts to Wesley Snipes, who would like come out of his trailer to film a reaction shot and give them absolutely nothing. Just
oh my god.
So it sounds like they just kept making the quips and jokes stupider and stupider to try keep to themselves entertained. So it sounds like that's why all of Hannibal's dialogue is so shit.
It's
because
so
they
bad.
were just making it worse
to
juxtapose it with Wesley Snipes giving absolutely no reaction.
Like, I am absolutely behind wasting producers' money on this shit, but it doesn't make for a great movie.
It does not.
No, it really doesn't. But you know what does make for a great movie?
What?
Trying to think of a good movie we've watched on this podcast.
Catwoman? No.
I was thinking about Catwoman today, though.
I think about Catwoman, like, a lot.
I was like, this movie is no fun to watch. I miss Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least Catwoman, you're like, what the fuck is happening?
What the fuck is going on?
Like, why does that
This is
cat
like,
just
I
burp?
know what's going on and I hate it.
Yeah, and it's boring.
So Hannibal shows Blade their collection of artifacts with Dracula glyphs, I guess. And this is
It's
nuts.
cuneiform.
Because he's like, there's records of Dracula going back 7,000 years, and he says, and I quote, Bram Stoker, he wrote a good yarn, but the events he described were just a tiny piece of the mosaic. As if Bram Stoker, if you had gone back in time and asked him, he would have been like, oh yeah, this all happened.
No, this is for real.
This happened to my buddy Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
And Dracula
That's
references...
Lauren's joke. Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren. And Dracula references Stoker later, too.
Yeah,
He's like, "Don't you
everyone's
read
fucking
Stoker?"
talking about the fucking novel.
Right, there's a part where Dracula himself is like, didn't you ever read Dracula by Bram Stoker?
If you're gonna make a novel, if you're gonna make a piece of fiction and put Dracula in it, you can't have the Dracula book.
Yeah, no.
There's
It's called
so
the
much shit
Dracula
happening
problem.
here. Hannibal shows off a digital reconstruction of what they think Dracula might look like based on, I don't know.
Based on the armor, the fragments of the armor that they have. This is like they reconstructed Jesus' face from the Shroud of Turin.
Right. He was born in ancient Sumeria. They call him Drake now. He was the first of his kind, born perfect. He never had to evolve.
Just like a great white shark.
I looked into that, but I couldn't find any. I don't know if that's like a thing.
I mean,
People say the great white shark is
sharks are. They didn't not have to evolve. They, they're still multicellular organisms.
Right.
But,
I assume that what that means is like if you look at fossil records from 1 million years ago, sharks are basically the same today.
He's a niche.
I assume
yes.
that's what they mean. I don't know if that's true.
He
If
fills
it
a
ain't
niche.
broke,
Yeah.
don't fix it. Don't evolve it.
Right.
But I wouldn't say that anatomically modern humans have evolved all that much either.
So Dracula walks through the city while our opening song "Fatal" by RZA plays.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we learn that he doesn't care about the sun.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's where you would learn if you were a smart person paying attention. I was just watching it going, this fast motion around him isn't really
I mean,
really
I was
going.
partially
he must have
asleep.
a lot of sunscreen on.
No, I straight up didn't think about it at all. All I could notice was that they were trying to do the thing where he's walking normal speed and everyone is in fast motion around him. But they didn't do it very quickly. So instead of it being like blurs of people, it's just people like blurrily going like, like walking.
I hate
little
when
fast.
It's like I hate the thing in movies where it's like someone moving at regular speed and like everything around them moving in fast motion, like in Catwoman. Because just every time I don't think about like, oh, this is indicative of something. I just think, wow, they're moving really slow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, he's going to be useless against Blade. He
Yeah.
can barely walk. The sun really slows this guy down. Okay, I have a question for you both, which is, did you like the bobbleheads shot?
Bobblehead shot.
Where he's looking at the vampires in the
Where
window.
he looks in the shop window at a display of Dracula bobbleheads and he goes,
I don't think so. I didn't like anything
I can't
really
decide
happening here.
because it was the kind of ridiculous that if it had happened in the first movie, I think I would have loved it.
Uh-huh.
But I also hate Dracula's presence in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm
I
also
mean,
just
this
like,
shop is ridiculous.
how does he
What is he
recognize that as
doing?
it's supposed to be him?
What
he
is
doesn't look
there in
anything like
Dracula
that.
Shop?
Because it's all of the signs say Dracula. It's not even like, look, this is like pre-Twilight. We're not in the vampire renaissance yet.
Mm-hmm.
But people do still know what vampires are generally. Like Buffy already existed and so on.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he walks into this store and it looks like a Hot Topic, except instead of being Hot Topic, it's fucking Goth Couple's Goth Couple's Dracula Emporium. It's all specifically Dracula.
It's a
Fucking
Hot Topic
Bela
if Hot
Lugosi-
Topic was just about Dracula.
It's Hot
Bela
Topic if
Lugosi,
the
like
topic was
5-inch
vampires.
Widow's Peak Dracula. Cartoon Dracula everything.
Dracula
Chocula.
fucking
They are selling-
Dracula vibrators, you know?
They have
Well,
a
here-
shelf of Count Chocula cereal.
Uh-huh.
We get the list because he's like, you have Dracula merch here, and the goth girl gets up from her chair, her weird sex chair or whatever the fuck that was supposed to be, and she's like, yeah, let me show you. We've got everything. We've got Dracula bobbleheads.
I like the Dracula lunchbox.
We've got lunchboxes.
She leads with that.
Keychains.
She's an adult.
And she's like, "Oh, look at this!" And she picks up like a little Dracula doll and squeezes it, and it goes, "Too much garlic,
Which is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Dracula wouldn't eat garlic; it kills him.
I think I missed that part.
Well, he's the perfect life form.
He's not Wario.
They got vibrators. I think there were Dracula branded condoms. There's a cooler full of Dracola. And yes, a shelf of boxes of Count Chocula.
One box of which the
Dracula
cashier is eating.
And then the cashier is homophobic at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Dracula throws him out the window and sucks the girl.
Presumably for the hate crime.
Right.
So, warranted.
Yeah.
I really don't know if I like this scene. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's wild. But I didn't derive joy from it.
I think they could have had a goofy scene where Dracula's like, everything is so different from when I was a boy, or whatever, and he's like, bewildered by the cultural phenomenon he's become.
Oh man, it would be so good if they brought Dracula back and he was just fucking Bela Lugosi Dracula.
You know what?
But it was the same actor, just the
We've already established that he can transform himself. Why doesn't he just go like... They're like, yo, what's the matter? Why you look really what? Oh yeah, the guy's like, hey, the lady's talking to you, pal, or something like that.
Mm.
It would have been.
He's getting sensory overload. In the hot
why
topic.
didn't Dracula just like turn into Dracula cartoon version and be like, look familiar? And then the guy's like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah, it's a great
that
question.
Would have been funny.
I don't know if it
would have been good, but it would have been
nothing
funny.
in this movie made me feel anything.
That's the thing. Like, if you're gonna
You feel
be, like,
sleepy.
they could have had. That's true. They're eepy.
That's an emotion.
Stork
They
me.
They could have had a funny Dracula
Portuguese
thing.
the movie.
They could have had a funny Dracula thing, but they didn't. So if you're gonna have an intimidating Dracula, don't also put the scene of him being a goofy, confused guy.
Yeah, I'm
I
an
know, it was
unfrozen caveman Dracula.
Yeah, boy, am I glad he's in there and we're out here.
Yeah,
And he's the
no
sheriff.
kidding.
We go back to the McBarge, where Hannibal says for the first time that Dracula is here to enact the vampire final solution.
I would like to say...
Not for the last time. I wish
one
it was
last-
for the last time.
One other thing about the goth scene
Sure.
is he kicks the guy out the window, and then he attacks the woman and goes to bite her on her neck, and she, like, screams.
Mhm.
And then she screams some more and, like, grabs him, but not in a way that makes it seem like she's trying to get him off her. She's just, like, holding him.
Sometimes
She's
you
trying to
just
get
gotta
him off.
Mhm.
She's like, oh my god, I just realized what you're doing. This is so cool.
I'm goth. I like this.
But she's still screaming. Yeah. I was like, this is a strange choice.
It's
There are lot
a
of
strange
choices
movie.
in this film, as it turns out.
Like, if she had been like, I don't know, if she had been like, ooh, as he, like, first approached or something, and then was like, no! That would be another thing. But just to immediately be scared, and then continue to be scared, but also do a weird clutching at him thing, it was, confusing.
Mhm.
Yeah. We go back to the McBarge. He
McBarge.
says that thing about the final solution. And he says, yeah, he's like, we're losing this battle. We kill a handful of vampires a year. It's not enough. Summerfield, Natasha Lyonne, has crafted a bioweapon called Daystar, which is going to kill all vampires, but it's not as effective as they need it to be. But since Dracula has the best vampire DNA, if they can get a sample of his DNA, then they can perfect Daystar and kill all the vampires.
They need to make Dracula come.
I do want to say at this point,
Blood?
Summerfield dies in this part. Is
Yep.
this just going to be a dropped plot, or are we going to see that Blade is like, well, I know how to do that?
Yeah, I'm Blade.
Maybe Karen will come back.
I don't
There's
want
no
that to
way.
happen.
They
There's
could send
no way that Karen's going to be in
they
this.
could send Karen Dracula's blood as a prank.
That wouldn't be a good
Prank
prank.
blood.
I'm
Don't
not
want-
falling for this one again. She just throws it in the
This
trash.
movie doesn't deserve Karen.
No, I know. But it would be nice to see her.
Oh, this is where we get basically all of Patton Oswalt's dialogue in the movie.
Uh-huh.
I say basically, I think it might actually be
The
all his
entirety
dialogue
of
in the
Patton
movie.
Oswalt's non-basketball dialogue.
He explains all the weapons.
But he introduces this scene because they go to the armory where he, I guess, is the weapons guy, and he says, "Gentlemen and hottie, we have a wide assortment of ass kickery."
God.
Yeah, go on.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
2004.
Pretty
I bet
good.
Patton Oswalt's really proud of that one.
Oh yeah.
And then
We learn about their UV bullets that they call sun dogs. I don't know if we need to know that word, but there it is.
Yeah.
And then Hannibal says that guns get his dick hard, and he hopes that they can do the same for you.
He literally says that. He also, Patton goes on like a long rant, aka like 15 seconds of talking about the different guns. And then Hannibal is like, I have a question. Have you ever been laid?
Nice.
Because you
stupid
can't-
virgin.
Stupid
You can't
bitch.
know about more than 2 things and also have had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's
doesn't
impossible.
happen.
No, it's been verified.
The thing that Patton is saying though, before he is called out for being a virgin,
Which he defends himself against, of course.
he says that he has had sex.
With-
But he says that
With ladies.
he believes that Dracula can shapeshift, not into like animals and stuff, but into other people, because there's no fucking justification given for how they would know this.
Nope.
But he says, I believe that Dracula has a snake-like skeletal structure of tiny bones which lets him reform his appearance at will.
He's kind of an inside Steppenwolf type deal.
Which is true. He can do that, we learn.
Yeah, but snakes famously can metamorphose into other creatures.
Yeah, they're
Right.
always making
And
themselves into different shapes.
And how would they know that? Even if they were like, oh, there's records of him being able to change his appearance, how would Patton be like, I think it's because of his
Oh, he's probably
snake-like
got-
skeleton?
I would have been more
got snake
comfortable
skeleton.
without an explanation of this one.
Yeah, also because having a bunch of tiny bones does not make your hair long and curly.
Yes.
To make you look
if
like
they
Whistler?
hadn't said this, I would have thought nothing of the part where he uses his skeleton to grow a beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna have it be because of his skeleton, then that means he can become, like, a quadruped, or he can grow wings or something. I don't know. But, like, his face and hair change because he has little bones.
Look,
I
I'll
really
say
just
it.
think
That
it would
doesn't make
mean
sense.
it would mean his bones broke easier.
It would be
Yeah.
cooler and scarier if Dracula could, like, turn into a weird quadruped vampire. That would be
Yeah.
fucking sick.
I mean, he can turn into a freak. We've seen that.
Yes.
That's true. He was
Yes,
a
he
skeleton once.
Do you think he will turn into a big bat? Because Johnny Storm did mention a big bat.
Hmm.
Johnny
You know?
Storm.
In the fanfiction,
In
he
the fan
said,
fiction. Yeah.
what about
Oh,
a
in the
big bat?
fanfic.
Yeah.
Forgot we
Well,
read that.
Clearly
I
the fanfiction is based on the movie, given that part of the movie is in it.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, you know what I liked is this is where Abigail shows off her UV laser bow,
Uh-huh.
and
But it's not
Man.
actually. It's not the bow.
Patton holds it out, and she goes, I'll take it from here. And then she takes it and holds it out.
wait, this isn't the bow?
No, this isn't the bow. This is
It
It's
is-
just
no.
shaped like a
this
bow.
is just a
This is
bow-shaped UV weapon.
This is the bow-shaped thing that we saw her use.
But
that we
her
went,
bow, her actual
"Wait,
bow is a different
how
thing.
can she touch that? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a cheese cutter.
Yeah.
why would this be what it's shaped like though? It's shaped like
cutting
a bow
fine
that she
vampire
holds
cheeses.
backwards.
Yeah.
Why can't she just have like a UV sword or something?
I don't
'Cause then it
fucking
would-
know, dude.
Look like a lightsaber.
All right, whatever. That's fucking stupid. Anyway, what the important thing is, this is the first time we see it like transform and like unfold and refold up close with the camera right on it.
Looks like shit.
Should've put some
Ooh,
fog
it
in
looks
there.
Bad.
Should have made it raining.
Ooh, it looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe nighttime. Something like that.
Just
Nah,
bad.
Not good.
Unpleasant to behold.
I would like to move on to the next scene if that's all right.
You can
Yes.
do whatever you want. I can't stop you.
Oh, okay, bye. So Blade reminds us as viewers that the weakest link in the vampire chain is the familiars. which means that the next scene is a montage of completely pointless, irrelevant, familiar hunting fight scenes. Absolutely extraneous, no reason to be in the movie.
Hey, remember when he got in trouble for that in the beginning of the movie?
Well, Whistler's fucking dead. Who cares?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
There's also, like, there's this part in the montage that I think is supposed to illustrate, like, look how easy it is for them to familiar hunt, but Ryan Reynolds just pushes a guy down some stairs, like, without even looking like he really cares about it at all. And it's just like,
oh god, okay.
If this is boring for the characters in the montage, why the fuck would we want to watch it?
Yeah, why leave it in the movie?
I want to talk about Abigail in the minivan first, and then I'll talk about the familiar fights.
Like he's like yawning.
This is why we did this. Parallels long, unnecessary dialogue about enjoying music. Quote, this is Hannibal describing Abigail making vampire hunting playlists in iTunes on her Apple MacBook. In her shiny new GMC minivan.
And it loads up, onto her iPod.
Quote, she's making playlists. Likes to listen to MP3s when she hunts. It's like her own internal soundtrack, you know? Darkcore, trip-hop, whatever kids are listening to these days. Me? I'm more of a David Hasselhoff fan.
I'm gonna go to sleep again.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that David Hasselhoff had a music career, first of all.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got like a dozen albums. Who knew?
It's not.
Wow.
He's not,
I didn't know
a great
that.
musician.
No, I don't know what was that. Was that like another like gay joke? Because I looked up his music and it's all like pop albums.
This movie's basically like a different world.
Was David Hasselhoff? He wasn't in the song. No,
he was in the SpongeBob movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was in the SpongeBob movie. Well, I was thinking the guy who plays Whistler, Prime, is in a song.
Chris Christopherson?
Chris Christopherson. But he's not in a song with David Hasselhoff.
I don't know. Fucking know.
Okay.
He's in a different song.
Anyway, then we get the fight montage, and yes, okay, they're dangling this familiar upside down, and his phone rings, and they do the stupid, "Who is that you? Is that you? Oh, I think it's his." And
which I didn't understand that they were doing, because Wesley Snipes is just turning his head. Like, he's not,
They probably superimposed archive footage of Wesley Snipes' head onto a stand-in's body.
Yeah.
But Blade answers the phone, and it's Dr. Vance, the familiar vampire psychiatrist from the first part of the movie. And Blade, they've been hunting down familiars to try to get at the vampires. And Blade is now holding the phone and the, like, lesser familiar of one of the most high-up familiars in the vampire familiar chain.
Uh-huh.
And what he does is he hands the phone back to the familiar and drops him to his death.
Mm-hmm. So that the higher up familiar can hear, hello? Ah!
Wasn't the... What was the point of this? Hunting the familiar... Building. Surely the point of this is that he, like, has an opportunity... Like, why doesn't he say, like, tell him that that you want to meet with him? Like...
Yeah.
Why do this at all if you're just going to go like, oh, it's Vance on the phone.
We'll just go to his office.
Die!
Yeah. We'll just go to his office, and I'm sure this won't tip him off.
And then Hannibal says all that stuff about, haha, random, I ate too much sugar. Every time Hannibal's on screen, I just hear, like, the Daffy Duck, like, woo, woo!
The other
if only
thing...
he was appealing as Daffy Duck.
Also, did you guys think that Ryan Reynolds' beard was fake in this part?
I don't know. I thought it looked bad.
It looks bad. It's kind of sticking out from his chin more than I would.
Well, they've
really
CGI'd it on like Henry Cavill's mustache.
It's a weird beard choice.
But the other way around.
It is a weird... yeah. He looks like he's, like, is part of the Capitol from the Hunger Games or whatever. It's kind of like some weird...
It's like, it's a fashion that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why we established in the first part of the movie that Blade is a notorious serial killer on the run from the cops after breaking out of jail if they're just going to be doing all of this in broad daylight in public.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter. They go to the Vance Institute and beat up all the security guards and nobody's like, hey, that's Blade.
We've stumbled upon a rare incident where the movie is less contiguous than our podcast. This is why we did this.
We're better at keeping track of what's happening than the movie even is.
Which, to be fair, we don't have to deal with Wesley Snipes while making the podcast. Only the result of his actions.
They basically punch each security guard one time, and they're like, well, I'm out of the game now. You tagged me. Yeah.
They go to Vance's office, and I actually thought this could have been, like, a good scene, but they just, like, did nothing with it.
Yeah,
Because Vance is standing there,
revealed.
Wayne Jarvis, the lawyer from Arrested Development, and he's got his, like,
sexy
low-button shirt
Wayne Jarvis,
with his gold chains, and they walk into his office, and he's, like, standing there all weird, and he's like, can I help you? And it's like, okay, that's not the clothes he would wear, and he doesn't seem to recognize Blade
he wouldn't
on
know
sight.
Blade, yeah.
So there's, like, some intrigue here for half a second, and then they find Vance dead on the floor, and they go, it's Dracula!
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they see him in a mirror, because he's, like, under the desk, but they see him, and immediately, it's Drake! Yeah. Also, just, like, by the way, I think if Dracula was real, and he was still around in 2023, he would do numbers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The way he dresses. All the necklaces.
He's got T-boy swag.
I mean, TikTok had a big vampire moment. I don't know if it's still going on.
He would get to that and be like, what is this on my For You page?
Another thirst trap. I don't care. I only thirst for blood.
I thirst for blood.
Basically everything I know about TikTok trends I know from Danny Gonzalez videos. And his video on the TikTok vampires. I think that
TikTok,
this Dracula
does...
would probably not fit very well with that trend.
TikTok does, like, irreparable brain damage to me every time I think about it.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
I listened to the QAnon Anonymous New Age TikTok episode, and it's ruined. It's made my life demonstrably worse.
I mean,
it's incredible because the internet is a place where you can access all of the knowledge of the human race.
But you can also, access people who think that they have all that knowledge.
They've circled back around on TikTok to not having any knowledge at all.
No, it's extremely, like, and this happened on Tumblr too. It's Dunning-Kruger, like Dunning-Kruger.
It's a bit Dunning-Kruger. It's a little bit people straight up lying for attention.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like,
but
they've
people
reinvented...
who know, like, people who read, like, half of a Wikipedia article on something, and they're like, I actually know how to heal you right now. And
the thing that fucking
vampires
kills me with
are
those...
real, you guys.
They've reinvented speaking in tongues, and it works.
The thing that fucking kills me with those, like, pseudo-informative let me learn you a thing motherfucker TikToks
it's so awful.
Is the way that they have that, like, horrible pseudo green screen effect. Oops, I said pseudo twice. And they always, like, point up at whatever's above their heads, and they look at you with this smug expression of, like, yeah, so deal with that. And I'm like
I don't know which is worse, like, which gets my blood to a boil faster, is, like, some fucking bearded millennial motherfucker, like saying, like, that he knows shit, or like a fucking teenager. Like, because they're both bad.
Wayfair is chopping up children and putting them in cabinets.
Usually the bearded millennial man is lying about real shit, whereas, like, the teenager is just lying about fantasy shit, like shifting.
The name of the cabinet, it refers to the name of the child who is chopped up inside of it. This business model was taken from IKEA.
That's why they're so expensive. There's a, like, prominent thing on TikTok, or there was a little while ago, that, like, ancient Rome was fully fictional.
One of my
like, it didn't exist at all.
One of my favorite things is these videos that I can't tell if they're comedy.
They're not,
but
probably.
It's just like, it's Google Maps and it'll zoom in on a city like fucking Sacramento or some shit. And then it'll just show, like, fucking, like, alpine vistas and, like, Halong Bay and, like, just, like, the most beautiful, picturesque nature you've ever seen in the world. And I don't know if you're familiar with Sacramento, but it's a shit show. It's a stockyard in the middle of nowhere.
TikTok truly, just knowing and remembering that it exists, I do feel like I'm getting kicked in the head by a horse. Every 5 seconds that I think about TikTok, I get kicked in the head by a horse.
It's truly a curse. And I'm not behind the xenophobia that's going into banning TikTok, or the bill that is basically a
Patriot
secret.
Act 2.
Patriot Act 2, but it also bans TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I would rather live in the world of this movie. Than the one
where
that
TikTok doesn't
exists
exist
in.
yet. I don't know, but 9/11 has still happened in this movie, so it's on. We're on the trajectory.
So one of the worst things I've ever seen in a movie happens, which is I get to see Wayne Jarvis from Arrested Development morph into the guy from Prison Break.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'm glad that you agree, by the way, that halfway through he kind of looks like Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, we've discovered that the midway point between Wayne Jarvis and the guy from Prison Break is sort of a Chad-like Patton Oswalt.
Yes.
I'll post it on our co-host.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
I'll post it on our Blue Sky.
No. Isn't Blue Sky on the blockchain? No.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Blue Sky.
Twitter Jack, he's doing his fucking thing with Noster, and then... Anyway, he turns into Prison Break guy, and he takes Hannibal hostage and stabs him with a stake and jumps out the window. We then get one of the most, dizzying, poorly cut chase scenes I've ever witnessed, where it's every half second there's a cut, and I just can't tell where any of them are.
Yeah, me neither, but that's also
they're running through an apartment building, Blade and Dracula are, and I'm are they in the same hallway? Is this the same stairwell? Did Dracula jump into a different building? What the fuck am I looking at right now?
Yeah. I used this scene as an opportunity to write my notes without having to pause.
Yeah, I legitimately had to stop looking at it.
Yeah, I was writing notes and also
it was making
asleep.
me dizzy. Drake steals a woman's baby. We're also just calling him Drake for the rest of the movie. Sorry, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Dracula.
Well, we didn't decide that.
They are calling him Drake.
Hannibal was
yes, the rapper Drake steals a woman's baby.
In Sumeria, they call you Drake now.
It's just... okay, we know apparently the original plot of the movie was going to be that the vampires are trying to start farming humans for blood so that they don't have to hunt anymore and that they can just be in charge of society and not have to hide. Okay. They didn't have confidence in that. They needed to bring in Dracula. If you didn't have confidence in the first thing, so you bring in Dracula, it's really upsetting to know that you also were so not confident in Dracula that you wouldn't even call him
Dracula. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're embarrassed about the thing
goofy.
that they did to replace the thing that they were embarrassed about.
Yeah, just don't bring Dracula into it. It's easy.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have Dracula, fucking call him Dracula.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can't say this isn't your grandma's Dracula movie. It
should have been Morbius.
We don't call him that.
This is Drake.
It should have been Morbius.
This is the part where they're up on the roof. I did think it was really funny how they're playing crying baby audio for the part of the chase where he's kidnapped the baby.
And then the baby shuts the fuck up.
Yes, as soon as they end up on the roof of this building and need to have dialogue, the baby's just I'm actually good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm that American Sniper baby. I don't make a fucking... I'm a fake little baby.
Yeah.
And this is the part where Blade is how can you survive in the sun? And Drake says, have you ever read the book Dracula?
Did you ever read the comic book of Dracula? Yeah, no, he literally says if you're Red Stoker. How does that even answer
the question? Because he can't. All depictions of him say that he can't go out in the sun. Why would it be you think I can't go out? Or was he saying let me guess, you got your understanding of me from books and comics and movies?
I think that was it. It was that he got, Bram Stoker got some things wrong.
But I think it really says something that we weren't able to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's a piece of shit movie that sucks. This is where he says that they brought him back thinking that he could help them become daywalkers for the third movie in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it would be fine if it was, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not.
Yeah, and it's not. And Drake hucks a baby at him, and Blade says, I'm going to catch that baby, but first I am going to do a backflip.
Do a flip, yeah. It's the fastest way from point A to point B.
He accidentally, bicycle kicks the baby across the street.
And he does do a goal celebration.
Yeah.
He does do the knee slide.
I mean, if you're you gotta do a backflip so you can kick the baby up back into the air.
He fucking does a touchdown celebration and spikes the baby up.
He does a backflip kick, and we see the baby get launched back through the window, and the mom is like, "Thank you, thank you."
He did just kick
Peeling the baby off the wall.
Oh no.
He kicks a baby-shaped hole in the wall.
Not through the broken window, just a new hole.
It's like fucking Aquaman. We just see the baby just crash through wall after wall.
There's an old Italian woman.
Just very disappointed in the baby.
Mm-hmm. Baby.
Oh my god.
This
Yeah, I
is
really-
the part where Abigail squirts gloop into his chest hole.
All right.
It says period
That's-
joke.
Yep.
So one way to say it.
No need to rewrite that sentence.
Nope. Moving on.
He does say Gucci Goo. I said that in my summary, but it is pretty funny the way
It is good.
I thought that was
That's
pretty
like a
Blade of
Blade.
him.
That's like we're seeing a moment of Blade here.
Look, I don't want to fight about this, but he says Kuchiku. I'm really sorry.
That's fine.
Okay,
It says Kuchiku.
the subtitles say Coochie Coo.
I was asleep, so I didn't.
I heard.
can't weigh in on this.
No wonder you don't remember.
Maybe
that
it's
part.
just in your version of the movie he says Coochie Coo, and then in our version of the movie he says
director's
Gucci
cut.
Goo.
I think, Sam, you've been influenced by the subtitles.
always.
I heard what I heard, but I did read the subtitles say Coochie Coo.
I think that it's wild to me that there's like you're working with I think like 3 or 4 additional minutes in this segment
I think
because we were about 6 minutes off, or we were about
Oh yeah,
like 4 or 6 minutes off last time.
yeah.
Like where did it all go?
Truly,
I'm not sure
Clips.
what you mean by that, to be honest.
I think well it's just that you have
Well, 'cause,
more time in this segment than we do.
I think because you watched. We stopped at the end of the same scene, and Giga
Yeah, and
and I
we're 7
stopped
minutes.
at a timestamp 10 minutes earlier.
Oh,
than
you're
yours.
literally just asking what were my additional 10 minutes.
It wasn't
Yes.
10 minutes because it's
Oh, was it
cumulative,
not?
but
because
Okay.
last week was Giga watched a little more than
Gotcha,
us.
gotcha.
I think that
Yeah.
there was a lot more cut content in the first third.
Oh well. Here's a scene. I think a lot of this stuff was not in the summary, so let's find out. Here we go.
Fabulous.
So we did get the part where Abigail goes back to the McBarge and she thinks about her dad while she showers.
Yes.
She
we
thinks about the
splice in
movie
his-
Blade.
We splice in his monologue from the first movie about how he lost his family, which is weird because A, she wasn't there, but B, that's not the family. She's completely
Right.
unrelated to that
Yeah.
family. She
Yeah.
has nothing to do with that monologue.
Yeah, he says this was all before you were born.
I mean, she's slightly related to that family. She's half related to them.
No, but I mean, like, she wasn't there.
Okay.
That's not like her mom and her siblings.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
That's just a time that her dad was sad.
He just tells that story the exact same way every time he tells it.
She showers. We look at her feet and more.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, I don't think you had this. You didn't mention it. Did you get Hannibal in his McBarge hospital bed?
Yes, we did. We got him
You did.
convalescing. Not
He
coalescing,
says, "What are you going to do when
convalescing.
there's no more vampires? I can't imagine you teaching a karate class at the Y." Oh, he does say karate.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
and
say.
he's watching some Romanian movie.
And then Blade leaves, and Hannibal says, "I think you hate me." Okay, did you get the scene with Drake and Danica?
No.
No.
Aha. Okay.
Ooh.
Drake is shirtless. He's wearing sex jeans.
Okay.
Ooh.
And he asks Danica why she wears a big cross necklace. And she says, "Old habits. I used to be a good Catholic schoolgirl, if you can believe it."
Oh.
And Drake replies, "I was there when they crucified him."
What?
And he says,
What?
"He died for their sins, not mine," which I don't know what that means.
Huh.
And she sexually asks him to confess his sins.
What?
And he says, "Take off that necklace. I'll make you a better one."
Oh no!
Holy shit.
The sexual
sorry.
innuendo of
Sorry. What he says is, "Take that off. I'll make you a better one."
Oh, okay. But then also what?
Oh, he
Is
was
that-
watching, so Cannibal King was watching the William Shatner starring Esperanto language film Incubus.
Oh my god, I completely forgot.
Oh.
I can't believe that I never talked about
Oh
this
yeah,
on Blade
Esperanto
2.
is big in this movie.
This movie and oh no, it was this movie because the like news agent that was like an FBI informant and he speaks foreign language. He was speaking
Esperanto, yeah.
Oh.
I
This-
don't know why Goyer was so fascinated with Esperanto when making this movie.
But yeah, Goyer talks about how cities are often multilingual. Goyer used Esperanto and its flag as part of the fictional city where Blade is set. The Esperanto flag is shown twice at the entrance to the police headquarters after Blade is rescued from jail, and in the rooftop scene where Drake threatens to drop a baby over the edge. Background elements such as signs and advertisements include Esperanto translations.
I'm sorry. What
Esperanto?
necklace is he making?
Oh. A pearl necklace. He's gonna come on her tits.
Well,
Because
okay,
if he doesn't say the word necklace, then that doesn't really translate.
So here's the thing. You know what? Let me pull this up.
Like, I'll make you a cross.
Because we get a shot of like blood pouring out of her neck. It might have made a cross shape. Let me take a look.
Oh, he bites her.
Oh, he bites her. You didn't mention that.
No, well, you didn't let me.
You didn't get to that part.
Well,
yeah.
Esperanto.
We got too hung up on Esperanto. Which one is Esperanto?
Esperanto is a constructed language.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong and then insult a real language.
No, it is a real language. People speak it. Very annoying people speak Esperanto. And I think it's a good...
If only there was another way to find the other gamers at this
This
party.
isn't the Giga Talks About Constructed Languages channel, but I do think that, like, it's good that people want to do that.
No, I think so, too.
Okay, so...
I just didn't want to be like, oh, French?
Like, decolonizing language
is that
is
made-up
good.
language? No.
I'm looking at the blood. It doesn't pour out into the shape of a cross.
But
so
it
that's
does
not
pour
what he
out
was
into a
saying.
necklace.
No, it doesn't even like go all around her neck. Maybe he meant take off that thing on your neck. I'll give you a better thing on your neck.
Okay.
Bite, 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 chomp, chomp, chomp. I don't know. I really wasn't sure what it meant. He also could have meant I'm going to come on your neck.
Also, and then is that the whole scene?
No.
Is that...
So...
Oh, boy. Oh,
he says, take that off, I'll make you a better one. He sucks her neck. She, like, collapses. She's, like... She was, like, shocked, but also, like, loving it.
Uh-huh.
And blood pours out of her neck holes, and he says, kill one man, you're a murderer. 1,000,000, a king. Kill 'em all, a god.
Okay.
And then he sucks more, and that's the end of the scene.
Why didn't we get this? I'm mad that we didn't. I think that I would have had thoughts about this.
Why did Tubi think we couldn't handle this?
I'll be honest. I have no thoughts on this. It added fucking nothing.
Yeah, but I do want to see, vampire sex.
It also really makes Danica look even less like she's in charge.
Your character.
But that's the thing. She says when they bring him back, she's like, make no mistake. He let us bring him. We didn't capture him. Mm-hmm. Like, she knows that she's like, I've brought the new vampire leader to usurp me, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair.
Better fuck
him.
I
don't know. He should. This character the movie was not written for him to be in it. It doesn't make sense.
I'm
but
excited.
That's that scene.
I am excited for the next part.
So he's shirtless. Is she fully clothed just without the necklace, and then he's biting the necklace? All right, power move.
I am excited for the next part where we will be getting different endings.
I forgot about that.
I don't know which one to watch.
Watch the Tubi one. I don't care.
What?
Watch the one that's more
that's
convenient for you.
Blade uses his inhaler. Summerfield's daughter says, "Why do you do this?" He says, "I'm mean." Did you get the scene where Summerfield talks about Biomedica Enterprises?
I don't remember that.
She tells them... I was wondering, because you seemed kind of confused in your summary about where they were.
Yes.
There's a very short scene where Summerfield says, I tracked the vampires to Biomedica Enterprises. They've been buying a lot of medical supplies, something, something. And then we get some really cool dialogue. Actually, I forgot. Patton Oswalt does get one more line in this movie where he says to Abigail, you want a party favor? And she says, Lucky 7, silver hollow points.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that did happen. I think I was...
that.
I think I was maybe confused or not paying attention when Natasha Lyonne was talking, because I thought she was saying I've, tracked their DNA back to, I thought she was, following their genome or soming. And
I don't
know. She's saying I found where they are, where their warehouse is.
Yeah.
They leave trails of DNA.
Drake left a trail of DNA.
On Danica.
Danica's neck. Anyway.
Police Chief Reed from the first part meets with a vampire lady who may as well not exist at what I assume is Biomedica HQ or something.
Yeah, what is that? This woman is like, we got a problem.
We never find out what it is.
Yeah, why is she there? I thought she was maybe bringing the police chief
We
there.
ran out of bags.
He starts to interrogate the vampire lady after they ambush them, he being Blade, and she tries to attack him, so Abigail shoots her and she explodes.
I just want to see the familiar loading comatose people into vacuum bags and sucking all the air out with a vacuum cleaner.
With a
notice-
vacuum cleaner, not like a vacuum sealing machine. With an actual vacuum cleaner.
Just
Oh
shop
wait, no,
vac.
maybe there's
the
like
shop vac hose in the top.
there's like a huge industrial sized vacuum sealing machine that they just roll the people through.
God.
But
Did you
yeah,
notice? Did you notice?
Probably not.
Or wait, are you about to talk about the stuff inside the facility or outside? the
no.
show?
I wanted to talk
so I
about
don't
the
want to
line.
skip ahead. Okay, yes, you go.
So this is where we get what, in my opinion, is the closest thing to like a good Blade line in the movie, in my opinion, where he's like, show us what's in the warehouse, and Vreed goes, I can't, they'll kill me, and Blade goes, kill you? Motherfucker, I'll kill you. I like
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like
That
it too.
felt like Blade for the
That was
first
Blade to
time
me.
in the whole movie.
He could have put more mustard on it, in my opinion, but it was good words.
But I
for
think
Blade
there was
to
an adequate amount of stank on it.
say. And then they go inside, and it's all these people in these big vacuum sealed bags.
They're basically blood bags, but inside of the blood bag, instead of blood, is a person who is bleeding.
It's a person. Also, did you notice that there were in every bag
There's a catheter.
there's a like a bubble of like their blood that's being taken out, and then there's also a little pee bag.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to look too closely at these.
They had to do something with the pee.
Keep it is not the answer I would have come up with.
Well,
Let it
draining
drip
it so
on
that
the
it doesn't-
fucking floor? Just a piss warehouse? What are you talking
They're
about?
draining it
didn't
out
need to leave
so
it
that they
in the
don't have to
pouch.
drink blood that is mixed with piss and shit.
Okay, but the blood.
They're not very good. They're not very useful if they're just dying from toxic shock. That makes them stop making blood, and also their blood is nasty.
They
This
could
is
have
all-
a catheter that leads to a hole in the floor or something, a drain.
Just a
Instead of
giant
just-
piss
there's
cistern.
Yeah, whatever. They're fucking vampires. They can't smell things. Instead of just having a little yellow blob in their person pouch.
Well, it's sometimes outside the person pouch.
I don't know. I don't know why they weren't confident in this. I think that this is like a cool, horrifying, freaky, like vampire master plan for the movie.
But it's
I feel
also
like this
something
could have
I
been the
definitely
point.
assumed was already happening.
Well, I was confused about it because he was like, oh, vampires got sick of hunting like ad hoc. And so we came up with a system.
Farm to
The
table.
First movie shows a guy bringing like blood bank donations to vampires. They already had a
Yes.
system.
Yeah,
in place.
essentially they had
But-
systemic vampire farming, which
Yeah.
was
The idea of this is like, forget the hunting in the first place. We're not gonna go hunting for people. We don't need to take blood donations. Let's just round up. I mean, it's
a
implied
matrix.
that the idea is that eventually there will be no humans on the
it's
streets.
the vampire matrix.
They're just gonna round up every human and put them in bags.
Except instead of being in like a in a simulation of reality, they're in a blood bag.
coma.
Yeah.
And they're just the line where Vreed says like under optimal conditions they can generate between 50 and 100 pints of blood. Like that's horrifying.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that's a cool, nasty, evil vampire central plan. I really don't know why we had to get Dracula involved. Also, Dracula, we haven't really dwelled too much on this on the podcast yet, I don't think, but they keep saying the reason that he like went to sleep for 1,000 years is because he was disgusted with what vampires had become, and he was like, I want no part of this anymore.
Right, he's like they want to live. He wants to live by the sword.
Right. So it's weird, and maybe we'll get into this in the third act, but I feel like they should have made a point by now of like Dracula finds out about this and is like outraged and like tears it all down himself.
Yeah,
Right.
he's like Jesus at the temple.
Like, that should be his thing. He says to Blade, he's like, the people down there, they look like ants when he's on the roof. He's like, they know nothing of honor. They don't live by the sword like you and I do. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way he would be okay with this.
We need to re-implement Bushido.
That's kind of where he's at. And it's weird that we don't even know if he knows about this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to assume that he doesn't, because it would make no sense if he did.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, can you kill Blade for us? He's interfering with our plan of doing vampirism exactly the way that you like it, actually.
We also learned that these are all, like, homeless people who have been pulled in off the streets. Mm-hmm. They're all brain dead. Blade tells Vreed, you've got 20 seconds to run. 20? Which was also
a pretty good Blade thing. Yeah.
That was a good Blade moment. Yeah. 20.
Meanwhile, there's just this one familiar, like, lab coat lady who's just sitting there watching all of this happen, just like,
This is a funny exchange, because Blade's like, what's the shutdown passcode? And she's like, harvest? And he's like,
we'll do that.
Okay, enter it in the computer.
And she doesn't resist at all.
Why would the shutdown
like,
passcode be harvest?
I did think that was an odd passcode to shut down the farm.
Seems like it's the opposite of a harvest.
But also,
she enters harvest and all of the people are instantly killed, which is,
good for them.
Yeah.
Her answering the question like that reminds me of
they weren't living their
time,
fullest life.
I mean, there's no good option. Her answering the question like that and not entering the passcode in.
At least they died with dignity.
Let's move on.
That's how I like that.
What were you saying?
Where he asks her what the passcode was, and then she just tells him, and then he's like, okay, yeah, can you put it in the thing? Reminds me of one story that also reminds me of another story, where one time this person came over my apartment and saw the part of the mailbox that says, like, Valerie W. And he was like, oh, what does a W stand for? And I just went, oh, it's my last name.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know, like, what's the passcode? Okay, enter it. That's just a very, like, that would be a joke on Succession.
Yeah.
Watch Succession,
right, why not
everyone.
Just, like,
it's good.
Shut it down.
Yeah. He doesn't need to know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He wants her to just
He's got to delegate.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the McBarge?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Hedges is playing basketball with Dex. There was another interview with Patton Oswalt where he was like,
reenacting the scene from
that was a
Indigo
joke about
Prophecy.
that was a joke about the letter W, by the way. My last name is Flycub, so it starts with an F and it ends with a B, and then sometimes there's another B.
I didn't hear part of that, but okay.
You'll hear it.
There was an interview with Patton Oswalt where he was like, the nicest thing that this movie did for me was have me winning basketball against Dex.
There's like an unbroken shot of him hooping.
Just singing it from half court.
Just swishing right into the,
And then Whistler shows up. And
how does he know what?
See, okay, I have to ask. Did you both immediately realize this was Drake?
Absolutely.
No. Sorry, no.
I was confused because I didn't know. Here's the thing. I didn't know if it was a hallucination, a ghost, a Gerblin.
Right.
If it was fucking Whistler, if he got vamped, because it wouldn't be the first fucking time that there's no way he could have survived, but he did it anyway. Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, the least plausible thing of any of those options is that Drake knows what Whistler looks like and thought it would be useful in any way to disguise himself as Whistler.
Yeah.
He did that for us, not for them.
He's seen several other members of this cell.
Yeah.
Right, like, why didn't he disguise himself as...
Like, that's the scary thing about the being able to disguise thing.
Is that people don't realize.
Is that he could be someone that you don't realize, not that he's Whistler.
What if he shapeshifted into the little girl? And then nobody would suspect him because he's just a little girl running around.
But his bones gotta go somewhere. He just had like a big sack of bones
size.
Extending out of his back that he had to shove out of the way to get that small.
Don't like that.
What if he was the little girl with a big backpack on?
Got bones in me backpack.
It's for my bones. Yeah, this is how does he
know what Whistler looks like?
How does he know what Whistler looks like?
How did he turn his bones into a beard?
And why would he think that that would be useful? Appearing as somebody who is dead.
Right, and also
that everybody knows is dead.
There's not even a moment in any of this
he just kind
where
of
someone
razzes...
sees Whistler and is like, Whistler?
He just kind of razzes Ryan Reynolds. Like, he's just like,
he just walks up to Hannibal
dead.
and just, like, his eyes go all freaky, and then, like, that's just it. And then next time we see the room, Ryan Reynolds is gone.
He does, Ryan Reynolds says, you're dead. And then his eyes go to Dracula shape. So, but yeah, he doesn't do anything with it.
You found me out!
Yeah. Do you like my prank?
I thought it would be funny.
This is where Zoe tells her mom, oh, Mom, the lights are flickering. And Summerfield is like, you go hide like we talked about. And, man, why would you bring your daughter to the Night Stalker McBarge?
I don't know.
Like
I would just leave her
not
home.
a great plan.
I would be like, I'm joining the Night Stalkers. You stay at home with Dad.
I mean, they might live here.
Or, like, I'm gonna leave you at an orphanage. It's safer. Like, I
don't think that,
I had to say goodbye
night
to my
stalking
daughter.
is a full-time job and it doesn't pay, so...
Yeah,
think
so
Mommy
best to
has
bring
to
a
go
kid
to
in
work
there,
at the
too.
McBarge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely should not have brought her in there.
I also question whether it's a good idea for the blind Summerfield to
Go investigate?
a gun.
Have a gun.
She's just like spinning in all directions, just pointing a gun around. And I'm like, is this a
good idea?
She's gonna like hear a noise and blow Patton Oswalt's brains out.
Yeah. She's like, nobody do anything or I'll shoot whatever's in front of me right now.
Fortunately, they're all dead. We find the basketball covered in blood, and Zoe hides in a vent. She doesn't see them, but I mean, obviously, but she doesn't know this. But Hedges and Dex are like dead on the floor near her.
Yeah.
And then
Summerfield doesn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Summerfield walks past Whistler and like points her gun at him, but she doesn't know that he's there, so she just like turns around and then
he's just like,
breaks in her face.
Hey, it's me, Whistler. Oh, I'm back.
And then
I'm back from the dead.
Zoe in the vent like backs away from the grating, and Drake jump scares her and reaches in, and his fingers stretch towards her, and I didn't like that.
I don't
It's from all the
care
little
for.
bones.
I don't care for it when Mr. Fantastic does it. I don't care for when Dracula does it. Is there anyone who can extend their fingers in a way that I find appealing?
Hey, I do have to say it though. I thought that the CGI in this was better than Fantastic Four. I think the finger stretching.
I mean, it's a dark vent.
That's true. That's true.
And it's supposed to look creepy and not smooth.
Not
I think
funny and charming.
Yeah, and I think that the problem with with Mr. Fantastic's fingers was that they made
Flattened under a door.
Yes, that was awful. I did forget that happened. But whenever he like extends his limbs, they become like long, slim tubes, which is just like not the shape of an arm, so it looks weird. But Dracula, like his fingers extended like he was a weird, creepy little Dracula man.
Yeah. Blade and Abigail get back and they say everyone's too quiet. Oh, Hannibal is not here. Dex and Hedges are dead on the floor. Where's Zoe? Oh no. Oh, immortality will come to such as are fit for it. Here's Abigail. She's been tortured. She's dead. Oh no. Use it. That's it.
Yep.
Use it.
Use it.
We're on co-host at 0to0_pod.
Oh, he's done.
Also, that's not our co-host. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just not a good movie.
I tell you what, though. Part 2 was less boring than Part 1.
I don't know if I agree.
It was still boring, but less boring.
I fell asleep twice during this part.
That's true. Well, I had all those exciting, titillating sex scenes.
There was at least like new things introduced in part 1 where it's like, oh, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? And now it's like, oh, it's these people. And they're continuing to do the thing that they do. And it's like, oh, I don't like that.
Okay, yeah. They didn't,
And also the plot is very weak, in my opinion.
Yes.
Famously.
It's weak shit. Don't
like it. Remember when there was Jared Womack?
I want him back.
Remember when there was Deacon Frost?
Remember when there was Heat-Seeking Dennis?
God, I loved him.
Dennis?
You know what's fucked up? This movie makes me nostalgic for Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my god.
Not
I'm like,
really,
there's a
though. That
movie
movie was bad.
There's a movie that's extremely edgy, but also has, like, characters in it.
Do you mean Spirit of Vengeance?
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Forgot it yourself.
In French.
Vengeance.
Remember how they didn't explain why his eyes were yellow? They just were.
Vengeance.
The Spirit of Vengeance.
I miss
Inside you.
Stan. I miss Stan Lee.
Remember when he drank the wine and he said it could be good on a salad?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Or he ate the bread and he was like, "You've had this in your jacket for a while."
Yeah. I miss Nick
Carried this
Cage.
for a while.
I'm
Hey,
gonna watch that movie again.
hey, you know
No,
who's
Jerry Springer died. He was in it.
you know who's Dracula?
Jerry Springer.
Nick Cage.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, he is.
Renfield.
I don't know
Fuck
if
that.
that
You
movie's
shouldn't
good
say
or not.
names of real movies, current movies.
The movie, I don't know.
Did you-
It doesn't interest me, but what does? What movies
Yeah, what
interest
does
me?
interest you? It's-
Daredevil.
It's Daredevil.
Barbie.
It's just Daredevil.
You know what movie?
Have I mentioned that I, like, watch Daredevil, like, all the time?
No?
No?
How do you?
No, that's a lie. I don't do
Okay, okay.
Oh, do you think about it?
that.
That's probably why you didn't mention it, because you would be lying.
No, that's just one of my trademark lies.
No, you scamp. Oh, God. Well, I can't wait to watch Fantastic next week.
Yeah, maybe they'll become Fantastic.
I don't know. I'm genuinely.
It would be really funny if they turn into Fantastic in the third act.
Yeah, it would. I'm
I mean,
Maybe
they
it's like
basically
an I
did in
Am
the
Iron
first
Man
movie.
situation.
I'm genuinely fascinated by that movie.
Would you say that you're
And it's a shame that we have to watch this one in between every part of it.
What?
Fant Foreskin.
Would you say that
I just
you're
want to find out what the thing's
Forcinated.
Denny's menu item is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
You're gonna
my
love it.
goodness.
You're
Oh
gonna
my
love
goodness.
it.
Yay!
I wish that Blade 2 had a Denny's menu. Blade 3 had a Denny's menu.
Yes.
What would
Okay.
what would you put on a Blade 3 Denny's menu? Like Dracula's
a 3-piece chicken thing as the Trinity, a Bloody Mary margarita, Dracula's Bloody Mary margarita.
You know
And it's
how
got
they have
grenadine
those
in it
like
for some
bottles of
reason.
tequila with the little worm at the bottom?
Yes.
Yes.
A big Capri Sun of blood, and there's a little tiny guy at the bottom.
There's like a little
There's like a
man.
miniature G.I. Joe in there.
And a little bag of piss coming out.
like a king cake baby.
Uh-huh.
I would
man.
have
They would also have, so they would have the Dracula drink, and then they would have the Danica drink, and
the Whistler Skillet.
Oh yeah, what are we saying? They'd have Dracula and Count Chocula.
Yeah.
they would have Dracula and Chocula, and the
solved.
Danica drink
I'd
would
love
just be
to
they
go
would
to a
bring you
restaurant and
water.
order cereal. What an insane thing. What an
those
insane idea.
Stupid idiots opening
cereal-
cereal restaurants. Ooh, wear your pajamas. Ooh,
Oh,
wear
I forgot that was a
your-
real thing.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
losers with beards inventing cereal restaurants where you go and pay like $15 for a bowl of cereal and watch cartoons in your pajamas and you're 35.
Things you cannot do
Just
inside
so
your
that
own
you
home.
don't, the dread doesn't set in.
Oh, boy.
I would get the Damaskinos at DDD blood jello.
Yeah, you just blood jello.
Yes. And then, the Whistler,
It's a pancake with raspberry jelly that's shaped like a dude.
The Hannibal Burger King.
And a
the
Krispy
Patton
Kreme
Oswalt
donut in tribute to Scud.
basket meatballs. Meat basketball.
Shall we wrap this up?
Do you get it? It's like
Please.
a basketball, but it's meat.
Please, God.
I get it.
Do you?
We are on Twitter at 0to0_pod. We're on co-host at 0to0. I'm on co-host at Positive Stress. Listen to my other podcasts on Sounds About Light. We are going to be finishing Kingdom Hearts 2. Woohoo!
Wow!
And on Doctor Huh, we watched the Idiot's Lantern Coronation special. And next week, we're going to be watching... What is it? The Forest of the Night? It's a Capaldi one. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I say it was the Coronation special. That's not exactly what it was. But it felt like it for us because of synchronicity.
Yeah. Monarchy's stupid.
Yeah.
But congratulations to the new Parasite in Chief and his idiot hat.
Thank you. I am eternally grateful for Christopher Eccleston.
Yes.
Me too.
Hi, I'm me Giga. You can find me on Twitter at Gigalithic. You can find me most places under that name. You can find me... Oh no! They put me in the piss bag.
No!
Oh, man.
Get me out of
That
here,
sucks.
please. No, actually, I like it.
Password!
Harvest.
That's it. That's it for me.
I'm Belle Flight Cub. I'm on Twitter at Flight Cub. Buh. The second B stands for
Bag of Guy.
Bag of Guy.
Bag of
It also
Guy.
stands for buh. And you can listen to previous episodes of 0 to 0 if you want to hear me. And you can also listen to episodes of LMNOP, a podcast that I did and one day will do again about Elementary with Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu, and that's on Noisepace.xyz.
What? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wild. What else?
There's
what else is
actually a
on
lot of
there?
podcasts on there.
Yeah,
Well-
like what?
Like 0 to 0.
Bullshit.
Haven't heard of it.
No, it is. Look right now. It's probably right there.
I don't know what you're talking
There's
about.
also like Prime Cuts and Digimon Ghost Gaze
Oh,
and Fear Baiting is coming back
wow.
and my pod cabbages.
Uh-huh. And Dr. Hunt.
You know what else?
What?
That's it
That's it. That's all of them.
for this episode.
Bye.
Like we say every day, I mean every week.
Use it.
Use it. Use it. Use it.
Take that off. I'll give you a new one.